The boy was about to give a gift to the girl when a bully stepped in, snatched it away, and tossed it onto the frozen lake. Tim humbly stepped onto the thin ice, carefully retrieving the crystal ball. But just as he turned to head back to shore, the ice suddenly cracked, sending the poor boy plunging into the rushing water. The girl rushed to save him, but then something miraculous happened. Tim's hidden potential awakened, and in a burst of energy, he teleported still dripping wet straight into the library. Stunned by what had just occurred, Tim made his way home, soaked to the bone. Just as his alcoholic father was about to scold him and reached for the door, Tim found himself back in the library, now closed for the night. Remembering his bedroom, he suddenly reappeared there, finally realizing he had supernatural abilities. An ambitious idea struck him. He quickly packed his belongings, said goodbye to the girl he liked, and headed to New York alone, renting a small apartment. Tim began experimenting with his powers, focusing intently on a tree ahead, only to teleport straight into it. Back in his apartment, he flipped through a book of photos and paused at an image of a building he'd visited as a child, lost in memories. Suddenly, the room shook, and he found himself standing on the skyscraper's rooftop. It clicked. Wherever he could visualize in his mind, he could instantly teleport there. That's when a bold plan formed. He went to a bank, pretending to use the restroom, but secretly scoped out the vault. That night, armed with tools and a bag, he teleported inside, only to realize the bag was too small to hold all the cash. So, he went back, grabbed a bedsheet, and returned to stuff it full of money. Soon, his apartment overflowed with cash. No longer short on money, the young man upgraded to a luxury penthouse, decorating the walls with photos from around the world and filling it with endless high-end gadgets. But his repeated bank heists were bound to draw attention. An elderly man with white hair entered the bank, examined the vault's layout, and demanded all surveillance footage to identify everyone who had entered. He seemed to know exactly how teleportation worked, while Tim remained oblivious, carelessly jumping around his apartment. And just like that, danger was closing in.